Interesting news here. When you think about Meta's physical ambitions, we talk a lot about, of course, the talent war when it comes to Meta, but also expanding aggressively when it comes to their data center footprint.
Yeah, look, I mean, when it comes to these, hyperscalers, it's not just about having LLMs or the data. Right now, it is about having, entire infrastructure. So when I say infrastructure, you need the land, you need power, and that's where, partnering makes a lot more sense, because these companies, not only will they help with financing, I mean, Meta has talked about $100 billion capex for 2026, so clearly Meta is putting a lot of their own money, but I think having external financing does help with the other attributes like land and power, because the core competency for a company like Meta is in building applications, is in doing their own algorithms and LLMs. I think they are branching way beyond what they used to, and partnerships does make a lot of sense.
By the way, we're going to talk a lot more about this later on in the program, because we have Mark Anzi from Digital Bridge, and he also runs some data centers. But I have learned so much from you and from Anurag and the conference that you guys put on. I knew already that there were two sides to AI, training and inference, because of you. Thank you very much. And I'm learning so much more jargon lately. Ed Ludlow wrote a story about a bunch of the guys that left Dojo. They're going to density AI, which is apparently coming out of stealth.
Yeah.
And coming out of stealth is a term that these tech startups use.
Not one that I've heard, so.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that either. I also heard yesterday that the surge in AI, especially GPT-5 level capabilities, is causing a lot more vibe coding. I thought vibe coding, I thought it was a typo, but apparently that's a thing.
I mean, I'll give you one anecdote that was shared during this earnings season. Google's, tokens process, and token is how you consume generative AI, has 100x'd over the course of last 1 year. And we're talking 1 quadrillion tokens, which is 1,000 trillion tokens per month. That just goes to show how much inferencing has increased in terms of, the number of users. So ChatGPT now is closing in to 1 billion monthly active users.
Wow.
And that is how fast exponential this growth has been. And that's where the compute infrastructure that you need for GPT-5, for Google's LLM, for Meta AI, that's what's driving, this big build out, and it shows up in the consumption.
How much do you think, how much energy are we wasting, Mandeep? Like my buddy Ted Fine over here in TV was using his chatbot to draw a picture of himself flying over the Bloomberg building, and his daughter was like, "Dad, you're wasting so much energy." Is it really bad?
I mean, right now, look, the scale of compute has definitely magnified. And you could argue some of it is a waste because, it's not being used for productive purposes. Not everything is contributing to an enterprise use case. But that's where, compute, as we know, will continue to grow because it can do a lot more now. It saves you so much time. If you're a developer right now, you save so much time by using this coding agent. That's what they showcased with GPT-5 yesterday, and it's a real use case.